Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here, and we have 11 minutes of quality left. Sorry for the delayed introduction there, but yeah, joining us in the comms booth today is, well, you got me, Ocean Chief, and you've got Jammy, my co-commentator for today. And yeah, bit of a smaller grid than we expected. Yeah. Let me just adjust a few things here, but yeah.
Yeah, much smaller actually.
Yeah, so just getting things set up here, but if anybody's in chat, let us know if the audio levels are okay. I can make the necessary adjustments. But yeah, looking at this grid, we have been looking at it. I mean, tier 2, I have to say, killer lineup.
It's
killer lineup.
very, very strong lineup, yes.
A few unknowns as well. We've got the disco guy.
Yeah, he's apparently he's looking pretty quick from what we've seen, but you know, that was one race. This is another one. Maybe he hasn't practiced as hard.
I know this is it. It's so exciting at the start of the season. It's like this guy's gonna be fast, and then he might not be as fast as you expect, and then some other guys even faster. We do have some regular guys here where we do know are fast. Danny Banani being one of them, of course. Kevin from Tier 1 last season, very fast guy. No John Wick here today, but our gamer, Icewind, who, as I said,
was just
yeah, he was waiting for me to say that.
And Snacks is on a lap as well. Maybe he could match him. He's been looking pretty quick at Austria. Out the final corner. He goes second.
Not bad.
Right in behind his teammate.
Yeah, just having a look at chat. We've got a few guys in chat there. Hello, Lips, Warch, Run Cruiser. Hey, Run Cruiser. Actually, looking forward to seeing Run Cruiser on track this season. And if he wants to, he can jump in this lobby. I think that might be okay. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but yeah, the Cake Sauber at the top of the grid here. What's going on?
It's not the car you want to be seeing at the top of the grid. It's the car you want on the screen the least, I suppose, for how it looks.
Well, I actually have them down for my season predictions, so I don't mind.
Oh, really? I would have said Red Bull for myself, because I think Milos is very quick, and AR Gamer, from what I've seen, is also normally usually quick as well.
Yeah, I think the issue our gamer is he doesn't have time to practice, but he doesn't tend to need too much practice. I mean, he usually uses this qualifying as a kind of warm-up session. Another guy I'm looking forward to seeing on track is Tilda. He's shown some incredible pace. X-Crystals as well, and of course the Aston Martin team of Piaxipa and Simsaurus. They can be quite fast.
Yeah, Sim on his day, yeah. Sim definitely on his day. When he likes to practice quite a bit often as well, so... Yeah, so it's still, even with missing people, it's still a very strong grid.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see who takes the top spot today. It might give us an indication of what's going to happen over the season. Most people have Icewind running away with this one, but I don't know. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. My controller started vibrating. I was watching Icewind going into the pits. Yeah. Who's on that? We've got Crystal's actually. Feddy's actually on a lap.
Yeah.
He says he's purple in the first sector, but I'm going to that. He might well be. It's 15-7, which is a really strong first sector. We got Milos might be on the lap as well. Curse, sorry.
Yeah, he's taking a big break from F1 racing, but it's working in the other stuff like iRacing. He used to be one of the drivers who was very fast and was very inconsistent, but I think with age he's got that wisdom and experience in his pocket, and we may see good things from him as X-Crystals go P3. And I tell you what, I was talking to X-Crystals, and I was talking up his chances of winning this tier, and I think it lit a fire under his ass.
To stop the spinning and keep the car straight forward on the track?
Yeah, and not just that, but you know, the mental game, you know, staying strong when things are going wrong. Don't capitulate, you know, try to drive through it and just see what happens, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he has got the pace. Yeah, he's just got to keep the car on the track, which is the problem I always see with him. But if he keeps on the track, he's generally very quick. So yeah. And I think Milos invalidated his lap, and he was 2 tenths up on it as well. So he would have been, I think, P4.
Yeah, that's the thing of this track, and you push hard, but the track extensions are always looming. I find especially in the last 2 corners.
Danny's gone into the wall.
Oh, that could be big. Yeah.
Somehow he's gone in at max speed into the wall and not ripped his car into it. So.
I think he might be having technical issues.
Yeah, it looks like AI's taken over the car anyway. So.
That is not good. He's missing his front wing, so he'll have to get back to the pits and stay out of everybody's way. I'm looking at chat here as well. Got Forrest McCormick. Milos to have 2 back-to-back banger qualifying, followed by 2 awful races, and then withdraw from the season. That was the old curse that I knew. So we will find out over the course of the season if he's a changed man. I believe, but we'll see. Forrest doesn't think anything's changed. Bailey saying no, don't want to wish it into existence. Yeah, let's support Milos. Hopefully he can achieve great things this season.
Hopefully so.
There's a Red Bull just is that Viz maybe? Yeah, Viz, funny story, Viz was supposed to be racing in the feeder series, which is actually happening right now. Not broadcast, of course, but he wasn't able to make it into the lobby, so he was able to make it into this one instead. So.
Gets a promotion. Very nice.
Although worryingly, he said the reason why he couldn't join the feeder series lobby was because he had to uninstall an AI straight line mod of some kind.
Interesting. Fair enough.
So if we see him very fast in the streets, will we ask him a few questions?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's quite tight within the top 8. You know, well, it's 10th or 2, and you'll gain 3 or 4 positions. So, who's we got? I think Snacks is on a lap. I think he's the only one on a lap, really. Maybe Danny Banana.
Oh my word! I've already used up my catchphrase, but look at that car. I haven't actually seen that graphic before, where the whole front wing is completely off. Like the
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That looks totally different on my end. He's got a full front wing for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, look on if you can see this.
Yeah, I've just looked over.
So
well, that is something.
Who needs wings at Austria? Eh? Not ever.
Yep.
Like this guy.
He only needs half a car.
His straight line speed must be insane. He did improve there, but wasn't enough to improve position, I don't think, so remains P4 for now. Oh my word, yeah, I'm getting mocked in the chat here. Give me some more, I need more catchphrases.
Pew Zupa is on a lap, and I think he's up as well on his time.
That was a nice way of pronouncing his name, I have to say. Interesting.
Well, this classic British pronunciations.
Yeah, I massacre everybody's names, and then they tell me how to. Oh, he spins out.
He spins around, trying to push that last corner a bit too hard, trying to get every bit of time he can.
Yeah,
and Icewind is also on his lap. I couldn't tell if he was up or down or not, but let's see.
Keep an eye on him. I think Milos cursed is.
Icewind did improve to a 3.7. That's a very solid time. I don't think anyone else. Milos, yeah.
Yeah. 10 foot, I think, yeah.
And Sim behind him is also 3 tenths up as he crossed the second sector split. So,
yeah,
if he can find any more time in the final sector.
Yeah, watch Sim. He's going to cross the line first. Cuts the last corner nicely there. So he's a bit sketchy.
Up by a tenth. He didn't improve his position, but he improved his time. But Milos is up by 4 tenths, I think.
Wow.
Oh, and he sticks it into P3.
That's a good lap from him, yeah. That's
That's a good
exactly
lap.
what we needed to see from him.
Kevin also up by 3 tenths. He's looking for maybe a P5 here if he keeps it clean through the final sector. Wee. Gets the car turned in nicely. And he does, he goes up by 4 tenths, missing out. Gets up to 6th. About half a tenth away from 5th.
Yeah, not
It's a
bad.
good lap from him. It's a solid lap. Very close in qualifying here.
Yeah.
Between the top 7.
And these are the last runs because we're 40 seconds left in the clock. So those guys that are crossing the line, that's their final run. So Iceland 103.716 is the time to beat for pole. Not sure who's going to do it, if anyone, but Crystals is looking rather rapid, going through the final corner, almost 3 tenths up. Is this going to be enough?
Oh, he does put it on pole.
There we go,
That's
my
it.
man from Italy.
And I think maybe the only person on the lap who can beat him is his teammate, but I don't think he's improving by enough unless he could really nail the final sector.
Oh, yes, I'm happy about that. Nice to see Italian at the top, man. This could be the story of the season, maybe, but early days.
Gerla could nail this final sector. He could be a Ferrari 1-2. He runs wide. He gets away with it, though. It's a very nice final sector, but not quite enough. Puts him in P5, though, ahead of Snacks. Is Sim going for another lap? He's up on his time. Danny Banani's 3 tenths up on his time as well. These are the 2 last runners, I believe. I think they are.
Yep.
Danny Banani's 3 tenths up. He is an Austria specialist.
Here we go. We're going to find out his...
Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh, no! Oh, that's...
He was...
Oh, it's some
would've
stories
been-
as well, invalidated.
Oh, no. Well, no, I think that means Fede is on pole. Or Crystal, sorry.
Wonder Tommy, he did cross the line, improved by 5 tenths. That puts him into P13, so Viz will be the last guy on the grid. Johnny Disco, though, that's kind of surprising. Some people were saying he was going to be rapid today, but P12, I don't know if he was having issues in that quali, but it's the man from Italy, takes a top step in qualifying and lays down the gauntlet to his fellow drivers, beating the likes of Icewind, Pixaba, Kirst and Gerla. Everstack's in P6er, not too bad from him. But yeah, very tight field as we expected from tier 2.
Yeah. All it takes is like, you make one minor mistake and you've lost a tenth and a half and 3 positions. So quite an unforgiving qualifying track to qualify on, to be fair, in a tight grid.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a certain numbering system for the corners, but really there's 7 corners here, you know. So yeah, it's like it puts extra emphasis on everyone getting every single corner right. The slightest mistake will cost you big time. But yeah, great to see. I have kicked Sauber down as my prediction for constructors, but for the drivers championship in tier 2 I have X Crystal, so I'm very happy right now, and I might be slightly biased.
Has Punisher joined too late? Will he be able to get a car? I hope so. I hope he can.
Yeah, so Tanari saying SHZ X Crystals is back. Wirch saying Poopa de Papadia Pizza.
Very nice.
Try saying that 10 times in reverse.
I'd rather try and say Hugh Zupa's name again 10 times.
Yeah. The feeder series, they had wet stuff in the quali, but they did have a dry race. Tier 1 did not have a dry race. You know about that, Jamie, but looking dry start today here for this one.
Yes. Changes up the strategy entirely compared to the wets. You know, on the dry, you're probably looking for a 2-stop, and if you're extremely brave, a 1-stop. And brave and quite slow as well, I'd imagine. But someone might brave it out there who's in like a P9, P10 and hope just hang on to the tyres as long as they possibly can. Maybe get a safety car at the perfect time. But it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, and tell us about that strategy as well, because like I saw most people were doing 2-stop, but there was some tire whisperers able to eke out that 1-stop. But as you say, it just, you need to go slow to take care of the tires, and it compromises your overall race.
Yeah, like so slow because this track is super unforgiving on the tyres, especially the left rear. Sector 3, those two right-handers, it really takes a chunk out of your left rear tyre, and that yeah, you need to really manage it through those two corners. Otherwise, that one stop is you're putting yourself in puncture territory, and obviously that's a race ender right there. So
Yeah, and mediums go. I mean, when I was racing, we've got it on the screen now, possible race strategies. But really, the mediums last like it's like anywhere from 8 laps to 12. Maybe you could push them a little bit further, but once you hit the like 10 laps on the mediums, yeah, they're pretty much done at that point.
yeah, they are dreadful after that. Like I'd say for me it was 9, and they felt god awful whenever I tried them. So yeah, I'd get off them.
Weren't you saying they're doing the warm-up lap too fast? Yeah, I mean that's a thing.
Yeah.
Tire wear in this formation lap is a thing.
Yeah, but then they've got to get off the line. That cooks your rear tyres as well. I know what seems to be a real limited track. So
And
yeah.
look at the tire strats as well. Crystal's the only one in the top 10 on the hards. That might compromise his start, but should fare him better later in the race. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this start. Jamie, take it away, bro. This is it.
Oh, we got that. Oh, we're not gonna ice it. It's fine.
Yeah, I've got the worst camera. Oh, you're right.
Yes, that's what I had. All right, and it's lights out. Not yet. And away we go. Oh no! And it looks like Icewind gets a far better launch than Crystal. Actually, Vetti's coming under pressure by from 2 different cars. He's slipped down to P3, and Icewind has already got a second out of the first corner. And Milos has found his way up to P2 from P4. Crystal's had a dreadful start on those hard tyres, but that is the risk you take when you start on them and everyone else around you is on the mediums.
Yeah, it looks like everybody got away cleanly. Argumer Jocelyn run for position at the back off the grid here with Johnny Disco. But yeah, everybody got away pretty cleanly. I mean, I think Viz is dropping off a little bit, but oh, and Johnny Disco and Tilda now going side by side.
AR Gamer's in there as well, battling both. Doesn't this look like a familiar story? 1 Red Bull versus 2 McLarens. Almost.
There. Looks like Argumer's going to get that position done before the penultimate corner. He does. He even has a look on the other McLaren, but and I think yeah, he got a track extension there. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, up front, Icewind 1.1 gap to Curse up to P2. Crystals now has his teammate in support and P4 behind him, and yeah, picks up kind of got squeezed out a wee bit in the first corner of the lap 1, and that's
yeah, he just couldn't get off the line on those hard tyres. They just would not move for him. That is the risk though, and then he gets swallowed up by all the medium runners. He just kind of got boxed in on the corner with cars either side.
3 wide here, Danny White.
Oh my!
Eversnacks, and who is that? Simsoris. Ooh, he's going to come out ahead. Snacks.
Oh no! Who lost the wing? Was it Snacks?
Oh,
it looks to be that Sauber's running without half a wing, so that's so unfortunate for him. Looks like Danny just got on the power too much and the rear gave out, and unfortunately snapped into the front of Snacks' car, who is pretty helpless there, to be fair.
Yeah, it worked out nicely for Simsori, so he escaped.
Yeah. Picks up 2 positions and moves on with his day. Still in DRS. And in the DRS of the leader, DRS train of the leader. So.
And what we have to remember as well, Danny Bonanni is Tier 2 champion, the defending Tier 2 champion. Not only that, but this is his track. He always comes on about Austria being his track. So it's weird to see that he's lacking a bit of pace here, but he doesn't have any damage to his car. Eversnacks does.
Oh,
and
Kevin!
Another.
Kevin just goes too deep. It's the classic Austria turn 3. Everyone bunches up, and that one guy on the inside gets a little bit too brave and clips that rear tyre of someone else.
Yeah, and they're still going hard here. Wonder Tommy and Danny Bonanni into turn 4.
Yep. It's a good move from Wonder Tommy.
Yeah, Danny sticks in there.
Oh, he fights back. That's really nice. Oh, and then he when Atomic comes back on the inside.
Yeah, I can't keep my eyes off this.
And looks like Danny Banani gets the position.
Yeah, our gamer right behind there. He's keeping an eye on this.
But actually, in the lead, Kirst has closed right up to Icewind.
Yeah.
After Icewind had that 1.2 second gap, and now Kirst is all over his gearbox.
Oh, and who? Danny Banani, what's happened there? He's P13 now. He's had an issue.
Did he lose the car?
Don't see any damage on the car, but yeah, he's struggling out there today. I don't know. Maybe it's those technical issues we saw in quality. Maybe these are affecting his race, because usually we don't see this from Danny. Usually he's cutting his way through the field.
Yeah, he's very quick normally. And Milos did take the lead in the end. Oh, got past Icewind. Must have been down into turn 3, I imagine. But yeah, the race is heating up nicely. It looked like lap 1, Icewind might just pull off into the distance, but Fede on his hard tyres has hung in there, and now he's also over in the gearbox of Icewind as well. However, Snacks is bleeding time to the rest of the pack with the swing damage.
Yeah, and he picked up that first time penalty. There's going to be a few of them coming in, but yeah, he's extending. It seems like every lap on that.
Oh, AR Gamer as well gets a free second.
Oh, yeah. There we go. It's painful, isn't it? I mean, you're really trying to push. You're trying to like catch the guy ahead, but you're also trying to not extend the track too much. But yeah, it's so easy to do for the final 2 corners. And look at this up front. Oh, they're bunching up quite nicely here. It's P1 to P. Is it P5? Yeah, P6 even.
P6, yes, Sims in there. And then a drop off to Tilda, who got past Snacks. Tilda's got a lot of work to catch this lead impact though.
Yeah, he is on the hards, which will probably do him well as the mediums start to drop off here. But yeah, I'm looking at Axe Crystals as well. He's loving life. Oh, and who was that? Kurt's having a big moment out of turn.
Who knows? Are we counting the non-corners for an F1 car or counting them?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, and Kurst goes very wide. Kind of making up his own track there, to be fair to him.
Yeah,
maybe he got away with that warning though.
And I'm just thinking dirty error is a thing as well, isn't it?
Yes, especially within 4/10, which these cars are running in. That's when it really gets extreme. And it is not a fun experience. But it looks like Icewind might be going to take the lead again. No.
Kevin, first guy to pit, I think. Maybe Viz pitted before, but yeah, he's in the pits on lap 6. What's that about? Was that maybe...
It looked like, yeah, he was having his front wing changed when I checked, so I don't know where he's picked that up. Maybe that when Danny Banani went off the track, there was an incident between them. But yeah.
But we definitely have a race on our hands here. The top 6 are looking very rapid, very competitive, and X Crystals is sitting there on those hards, waiting for his moment. He has to be patient though, doesn't he? He has to download the data of the guys ahead, see what they're doing, and hopefully their tires fall off pretty quick.
Also, as long as he's sitting here, I mean, with how hard these guys are pushing and how much they're extending the limits of the track, as Snacks picks up a 10-second speeding into the pit lane. We saw that in Tier 1 yesterday with Bailey as well. It can be a tricky one to get right sometimes.
Yeah, he's entered into Prix for safety car mode.
Yep, that's not a fun place to be. However, if he gets that front wing changed, he will be pitting again. I reckon he's got the pace to potentially still pick up some points.
Yeah, true, yeah. Especially with only 14 drivers on the grid today as well. Our gamer and Wonder told me they're going hard at it for P9 here. Trying to eke everything out of these tires. But yeah, we're coming up to the point where people are going to start considering dipping into the pits and putting on either a set of hards or mediums. I mean, softs you want to avoid in this track, right?
Yes, very, very much so. They're gone after a lap, maybe 2 at best. And then you're hanging on for dear life.
Wow, 2 laps where you feel like a god, and then after that. So. Oh, someone went wide there. Who was
Milos is off the track again.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well. I mean, can you have a look, maybe see what the warning status
Yeah.
is, as X Crystals does pick up that position from Curse, who seems to be struggling in this phase of the race. This is where we expect the mediums to fall off, so kind of makes sense that Crystals is now kind of becoming the fastest guy on track, as Kevin actually, with those fresh hards, sets the fastest lap, 107 flat.
Strong time. And for all of Kirst's track extensions, he has only one warning.
Oh my word.
So
Okay, right. So, and he's dropped down another position as another Ferrari overtakes him. So, yeah, he's
must
probably
be
must
cupped
be
his tyres.
it must be the tires. Yeah.
No. Overworked them, pushing too hard maybe.
I think Eversnack's getting that 10-second penalty has triggered some PTSD in Bailey and Chad from yesterday.
It is the worst penalty to pick up because you just have to trundle down that pit lane at 30 miles an hour, knowing that you messed up.
Yeah. It used to be 5 seconds as well. Now it's 10. It's just brutal. Oh, oh, curse this round. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, he just couldn't brake hard enough in time. He couldn't get the car stopped, and then, yeah, his front nose just got collected there. So he has dropped 3.6 behind, and I imagine he will probably pit on this lap now to try to activate some kind of an undercut. But yeah, that's not good for Curse.
Yeah, the undercut probably is his best option right now, just to try and get back into that train. Maybe hang on, maybe try and hang on to the next set of tyres for a bit longer so he can not have dead ones at the end of the race as well. But it's unfortunate because he is looking quick. It's just, you know, these things happen at turn 3 in Austria.
Oh, yeah, Icewind pulls into the pits there.
Oh,
and it
Gerler
actually
gets a penalty.
Yeah, I was going to say there, because X Crystals had to avoid Icewind as he pulled into the pits. Argumer's left the session. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, Gerla, I don't know what happened there, but he just it might have been Icewind that just put him off his line, going into the penultimate corner.
It is a awful pit entry when racing cars closely. It's just dead on the apex of the corner, and there's a car going half the speed that the other ones are. Oh, and Danny Bonanni also picks up a penalty. However, this race is looking good for Crystals. And actually Gerler, who's sticking with him on those mediums even after 10 laps.
Yeah, and Piaxipa is still in that DRS train as well, so we can't count him out.
Also on the mediums, yeah. They're doing really well.
Icewind came out in P8, so he oh, he's driving through Gamer's car there, so yeah, Gamer is out of the session right now. He's frantically probably trying to get back in. But yeah, Icewind just needs to put the laps in right now, avoid track penalties. Piaxipa in the pits as well, so he's trying to go for that undercut. I'm actually surprised that Gerla's staying out, although I'm not. He's
got the DRS from his teammate.
He's got the DRS, yeah, that's key, isn't it?
If he keeps being dragged along for a couple extra laps, he keeps those, you know, he has a really nice fresh set of hards when everyone else is putting wear on them, trying to catch up to this Ferrari 1-2 that we got going on here.
Yeah, I mean, he could even go for the one stop, like if his tires aren't too bad, his tire wear per lap, he could use X Crystals here just to take care of the tires and extend them a bit. I mean, it is a bit of an ask, but who knows?
What has the Ferrari strategy got for us today?
Don't say that, I drive a Ferrari tier 3. Argumer looks like he is back in the race. He is currently behind Piaxipa, so he's a pit stop down effectively from the leaders.
Yeah, quite a distance away, but yeah, he does have pace. Maybe. Bailey thinking the undercut's going to be too strong. Have to wait and see on that one. And Piaxipa picks up a penalty as well, so he was running in third place. I mean, so I suppose Icewind would be net P1 right now, and him and Crystals are the only two up there without a penalty. looks. Oh, and Sims won. So yeah, it looks like we might be having a race between Crystals and Icewind.
Yeah, it looks that way. It's going to be super interesting to see where Crystals comes out once he does pit. What do you think for hards? Pit stop window 14 to 16 maybe?
Go about 14, and then 28 if you've got another set of hards with you, and then do an 8-lap burst at the end on the mediums.
Ooh, and Danny Banani and Kevin. Oh, and it's a free car pile up. This is Eversnack's Kevin and Danny Banani, and I think I have to say that was Danny's fault from what I saw.
And Eversnack's once again caught up in Danny Banani's
Oh, he's going to be so annoyed.
Mistakes.
And
Johnny Disco gets a 10.
What is happening here in this grid? It's falling apart.
I don't know. Maybe a few choice words after from Eversnacks.
Yeah, he's not having a good time out there right now.
No.
I mean, at this point, he must be thinking his only chance is a safety car as our gamer picks up another penalty. He's P13. Not going his way either.
No.
I mean, all you can do at this point is just like grind out laps, try not to brake mentally, and yeah, don't sob into your helmet. It's very hard to see through tears. The apexes.
However, it's also one of the hardest tracks to just grind out laps and not get penalties.
Yeah, true, yeah. Because like the further back you are, the more you push, the more likely you are to get track penalties.
Yeah. And it only gets more and more frustrating.
Tilda is in the pits. He was P3. He was 10 seconds behind the leaders. Interested to see where he comes out. He could actually pick up a good haul of points today. There's no penalties. Seems to have pace in that Williams car today.
Gerla is still hanging on to his teammate's DRS. 14 laps in, he might be trying the one stop.
Might be worth it, yeah.
And
to
add to Snacks' woes.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Billy says, yeah, Gerla is one stopping, so there you go.
Yeah. Interesting decision.
I'd say Ferrari guys are so far playing it perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're dropping. I mean, Icewind is catching actually. Yeah, I think he's catching about a second a lap. So it's gonna probably get a bit feisty towards the end as the strategies converge. And I don't think after today's race kit that there's a big enough budget in the world for Snags' therapy session.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a group hug after chat, I think. But yeah, it's all calmed down right now. X-Crystal's leading the way, his teammate right behind him on the mediums. I mean, if commentator's curse is real, I mean, let's hope it's not, actually. But I just want to say nice things about Crystals, but then I'm like, yeah, I don't want him to mess up. he has been known to, you know, throw away races before, but I think this season, like, he's obviously keen. He was racing in Tier 1 for a while. Didn't really particularly enjoy it too much. But Tier 2 seems to be a good home for X-Crystals, I think. Especially in this line.
Gerla has pitted, and yeah, he has got strong pace. He has Tier 1. He would hang around the top 6, top 7. On his day, he could be in the fight for the podium, but yeah, he's not enjoying it.
So Gerla comes out on fresh hards. Are they? I mean, like if he's doing a one stop, that's 20 laps on these hards. I mean, it's still a big ask. Is a lot of penalties coming in here. Danny Banani got one. Saw another one pop up there. I didn't catch
He's
the name.
Also slow on the straight and running into the wall. Is he having technical difficulties?
Yeah, he's not looking at his usual self here today. There's definitely something.
It looks like he can barely control the car, which is certainly not like him.
Yeah, and he's carrying from wing damage as well. I mean, I was speaking to X Crystals before the race. I was trying to G him up for the championship, but I was saying this exact scenario. You know, you look at the lineup and you go, it's killers, but whenever you get to the actual race, there's a lot can happen in a race. You know, before the race, maybe Danny Banani might have been the favourite to take away a lot of points today, but right now it's not looking too good for him, and for the Ferrari boys, it's looking very good. I think Iceman's the biggest threat for the win here today.
Yeah, Gerler, while staying out so long, is already on the back of Kirst after coming out of the pits. Kirst was part of that lead pack earlier. I know he's spun and dropped off a little bit. But
Yeah, fresh tires. I mean, we're going to see it here, but it's just like the pace difference. Like, they just have a lot more confidence in the car as Gerla does get the move done, makes it look easy. Danny Banani does retire from the session. We'll probably hear a bit later what actually transpired with his race.
yeah, to me it looked like he was having technical difficulties with his wheel, maybe. But I'm sure Eversnacks won't care about that. To be fair.
Yeah, we're down to 13 drivers then, so... And Viz puts on softs. Okay.
Wants the fastest lap, maybe.
Gerla now on the back of some sorries.
Oh, and sets the fastest lap. 6.9. I believe. Supper. I have to ask him how to say his name. He did stop 8 laps ago, so his tyres are getting on now compared to Gerla's as well. So, yeah. Gerla, if it wasn't for his penalty, would be looking really good on the race win. However, it is Austria, and Crystals and Iceman could easily pick up a penalty as well.
Yeah, Gerla, you can just see it in the car. He's just so much more grip on those tires. He's reining these guys in pretty quickly. He needs to make a move pretty quickly as well. He doesn't want to get held up by traffic here as Viz picks up another time penalty in P13. But up front, X Crystal staying out on these hards. So look at, he's thinking about a one stop, isn't he?
Yeah, it also looked like Snack spun out of turn 3. And Gerla gets a second penalty. That might be the race ender for him.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
However, I still think there's a podium in there for him. As both Aston Martins will need to pit again. If he can just hang on, and maybe they'll get... I mean, Piuxupa does have a penalty. And maybe Sim might pick one up as well.
Yeah, we're getting some intel in chat from Danny Banani saying he doesn't know what the hell is going on. No practice usually isn't an issue for him, but apparently this game is weird without practice. So he's just showed up and hoped for the best, but it hasn't worked out this occasion. Also, Bailey saying he doesn't think Ice is catching quick enough, and I have to say that might be the case. He's 8 seconds behind X Crystals. X Crystals potentially might be switching onto a one-stop strategy here. So... yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good.
Could this be a Ferrari strategy masterclass from...
he's pitting.
Oh, he is?
He's pitting. And that's a bit early for a one-stop, I think.
Very, very early. Maybe he didn't bring 2 sets of hards and has 2 sets of mediums and just wants to go as fast as possible on them. Come out about 11 seconds behind Iceman, maybe? That's a lot of distance to catch. And he's got to clear some cars as well.
Yeah, is he going to come out in traffic? There is a bit of traffic coming through turn 1. It's a McLaren and a Williams, but he's ahead for now, yep. And he has Kirst up the road, 5.3 up the road.
There's a nice lot of clean air ahead of him. He can just drive his pace.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, he just needs to get the tire switched on, but I think that'll it should be up to temperature by now.
And Gerla is still stuck behind the Astons, both of them. This is not where he wants to be. Needs to get past these if he wants any chance of saving his race.
Yeah, it's okay if there's one car in front, but if there's 2
Yeah.
or more, it's like they're in that DRS train, and it's just that little bit extra difficulty in passing.
And then it's 2 teammates as well, so they're definitely not going to be helping a girl let him go past them.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually couldn't call it right now if Iceland or Crystal's going to win this race. I mean, I think the fact that Crystal's pitted a bit early, that might have been that might have been him just doubting himself. I think he could have made a one-stop work quite nicely, but we will see. There's a lot of unknowns with this new game with the tire wear, and I think Austria in particular, the tire wear is like especially high. We may not see this in other tracks, but yeah, the tire wear here is pretty insane actually.
Yeah, it is. That left rear really takes a pounding on this track. So yeah, Crystals need some extraordinary pace for the next 15 laps without picking up a penalty.
I think Gerla's setting up a move here. I think he's got almost 100% DRS, so imagine this might be the lap where he employs it.
Sim is actually, yeah, Sim also only has 17%, and the other Aston Martin ahead of him is down in the high 20s. So this is Gerla's time now. He needs to get them for his chance of a podium to because then he needs to drop these guys by a good amount as well.
Yeah,
but this might be it. Yeah. He's doing. He's got the fresher tyres. He has to be brave on the brakes, but the Astons are kind of blocking him off together on the track, boxing him in, and there's contact between them, and it gives Gerla the run, and it looked like Sim just kind of backed out of that one.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe got a bit of wheel spin there, compromises exit.
Yeah.
So Gerla getting one move done, and I think this next move will be a lot easier.
Yeah. No, there's not 2 Astons in front of him. In the meanwhile, Crystals is catching a solid pace as well. He has all these cars together, and Sim pits.
Yep, Sim Swords in for his last pit stop of the day. We'll switch on to mediums, I would imagine.
Oh, picks up his tyres. The rears look like they're going. He had a big snap of it through there out turn 1.
Yeah, and Gerla again with pretty much 100% DRS, so as long as he gets a good exit out of turn 3 here, he should get this move done. Surprised he hasn't got it done already, actually. But
well, he's a bit passive on the battery there. I thought he might have been burning more just to get right under his gearbox. But
yeah, look at the release closing. He's over here, but he might get him an exit. And who is that behind? And oh, that's Eversnack's lapped car, it seems.
Well, it's not gone his way today, has it? And it looks like Johnny Disco retired in the pit lane.
Yeah, Eversnacks is harassing Gerla, but he is a lap car, so he doesn't want to get in the way too much. As we do have a car pitting, it's
that Aston again. It's Gerla must have been having flashbacks to an Iceland pit.
And the good thing here for Gerla is going to get DRS, I think. Yeah, he does actually. So
yeah, so now Gerla is 5 seconds off Icewind, and Icewind will be pitting again. The question is, will Gerla? Has he taken out too much of his tyres while battling the 2 Astons? However, he is getting DRS off of Eversnacks.
yeah, it's worked out quite nicely for him actually, yeah. Because Eversnacks on those fresh tyres.
Dragging him along, yes. Yeah. It's perfect for him.
So,
while not getting the dirty air because he's in ghost mode.
Yeah. I'm just looking at X Crystals, these 4-lap mediums. I mean, is he going to pit again? He might have to, yeah.
He isn't catching Gerla that quickly anymore. I mean, Gerla is getting 3 helpings of DRS from a lapped car.
Oh, a nice one's in the pits. This is critical. This is for the race win. He's going to put on a fresh set of mediums, so it's really coming down to what's X Crystal's going to do. Can he?
Be hards for Icewind.
Oh yes, hards. You're right. Yeah, he does. Oh wait, no, he's come. Oh yeah, hards. Yeah, you're right.
There's 12 qualifying laps on those hards to catch these Ferraris. The fact Crystals isn't catching Gerler at an a really quick pace would tell me he's trying to eke these medium tyres out until the end. Which is brave. But yeah, Gerler is being dragged along by a Snacks who is quite quick on fresh tyres.
Yeah, and Gerda, will he get to the end on these 9-lap-old hards?
He could. He's not having to push too hard. He has Snacks ahead of him who is dragging him along. So he doesn't have to push the corners too hard, and he just gets triple dose of DRS, which is helping his lap time.
Yeah, this could be a key to podium for Gerda, I think.
Yeah, I think his only threat is Pjuksupper. I will get that name right.
Pjuksupper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just on the look at the chat. A lot of pit strategists here are debating what's best, 2-stop or 1-stop. Seems 1-stop for the Ferraris is the key to victory here today.
Yeah, it looks like they're pulling it off, but Crystals on his medium tyres could be in puncture range at the end, and that would be... Oh, and Icewind picks up a penalty. Crystals is the favourite for this race right now.
It keeps switching, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Our with another time penalty. Yeah, I don't know. Usually X-Crystals is known to pick up a penalty here or there, but seems to keep it pretty clean here today.
Yeah, he's just driving around doing a good pace while not pushing overly hard.
But yeah, that 3-second penalty for Icewind, that is not good. I mean,
that is a killer.
He's obviously pushing hard here, trying to catch, but he's cost him big time in terms of penalties.
Yeah, and he's got one Ferrari being dragged along by a very quick Sauber down in the fun. Actually, his teammate is dragging along his race contenders.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
I wonder how the team debrief will go down after this. Yeah, Crystals is actually dropping back from Gerler.
Yeah, I mean, there is, 3 DRS straights, so I mean, having DRS is huge.
It looks like he's just on the bubble of having it now, though. His tyres are a lot older than Snacks's.
Yeah, no 6
Still
seconds penalties as well, just weighing over Gerla. X-Crystals, oh, he got so close to going over the line there. Getting very nervous for him.
Crystals is losing time to Gerla. If Gerla could gap Crystals by 6 seconds here and Icewind gets stuck behind Crystals, Gerla could be on for the race win here. Gerla is still being dragged along by Snacks in the DRS.
Gap from P2 to P3 as well, 9 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that as Icewind on those fresher hards. Imagine he'd be able to close up pretty quickly, especially like we're entering the territory where those mediums for X-Crystals are way past their sell-by date.
Gerla no longer has the DRS as Everslex has been given the blue flag.
Oh, and look at this, Curse is against the both Aston Martins here, and it looks like a repeat of the last time, only with different driver for the Red Bull guy. Oh, and Red Bull, yeah, Curse slotting in between.
That dirty ever, I corner, oh my.
Yeah, Curse looks like he's hungry for a good haul of points here today.
Yeah, he needs to get past this Aston Martin and then close up to Icewind by about 3.5 seconds. And oh, he surely picked up a warning there. What is the penalty situation?
Alright, Our 15 seconds, Eversnack's 9, the rest 3. Oh, Gerla 6 and P1.
Yep.
Oh, and they're side by side in turn 3. Curse Is he going to get a better
Kurst
exit?
knows he needs to get this move done for his race.
Yeah, and then
He has to get it done.
Kurst didn't get DRS, so that's going to be crucial
Oh no!
Yeah, that's really compromised him. Oh my, yeah.
He's low on battery. He needs this move done so he can get on the race, get on with his race, and try and catch up for a podium.
Yeah, the problem is he's depleted most of his ERS, and is now, yeah, he's wanting to harvest that. He's in medium mode. But yeah, he's
the Astons are working very well as a team. One is attacking, and the one defending is blocking off the most obvious overtaking route for Kurst. Oh, and Sim picks up a penalty.
And another retiree, that's Viz, is out in the final corner. No safety. Oh, it's a safety car!
Oh, it is a safety
it's
car.
A full safety car.
Oh, this is huge for Crystals.
Yeah, look
Gerla is in shambles.
Yeah, I mean everybody's gonna pit here, right?
Yes, surely.
However,
Icewind is out of tyres.
Yeah.
The only two not out of tyres are the Ferraris. They have an extra set of tyres.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be interesting because there's going to be like, what, 3-4 laps of safety car? We're going to be getting underway lap 34 probably. That's 3 laps of racing.
Softs could work. Damn it.
Yeah, our gamer straight in there, puts a set of softs on. I mean, he's got... he's 15 seconds of penalty, so, I mean, late safety car, that's not going to do any wonders, but I mean he's nothing to lose by putting on those softs. Gerla in, Crystals in as well. They won't double stack, there was enough of a gap. Oh, this is key as well. Gerla is going to come out in P1. Is he though? Oh no, Icewind stays out as we expected. He will take P1 from Gerla. Gerla with 6-second time penalty in P2. Crystals, no penalties.
Wait. What's just happened on the pit straight between the Red Bulls and the Astons? There's been contact.
Oh yeah, Kurt's going very slow. What's happening
there? Kurst is missing a wing and has 10 seconds of penalties.
Yeah,
I just saw cars sideways.
That's weird.
Oh no. Oh no. I wonder if there's been some shenanigans on the pit lane with the two.
Yeah, Curse with wing damage, so he will have to pit, get rid of that, but...
Oh, migrating host?
What? Jamie has left the session. Oh no. No.
Everyone's off the session, or is it just me?
I saw you, yeah, I saw you leave the session, but...
Oh, that's fine.
We're gonna have a meltdown there.
Wait, I've got a race winner here.
Oh, who's won the race?
I'm on the podium. For me, Icewind has won the race and the Ferraris are second and first.
Well, yeah, that's the current standings. I'm just going to look at the penalties here real quick as you try and get back in the session. Yeah, so there you go. Icewind 3 seconds, Gerla 6 seconds.
I'm in my own lobby.
Crystals. Also, Wonder Tommy is in P9 with no penalties. Everybody else, apart from Crystals, has penalties. Curse has 10 seconds of penalties.
Curse could pit and get rid of those penalties, though.
Yeah, I think that would be the best bet, wouldn't it?
He has to get rid of it and then try it, because this safety car might just decide to pull in. As on this game, it doesn't now wait all the time for everyone to catch up, so you have to be on it as soon as you come out of the pit. Especially this late into the race, sometimes it'll just decide it wants to go in. So I'll put Crystals. Crystals is definitely the favourite for this race win now.
Yeah, and can you check and see how many warnings Crystals has?
Yeah, sure.
Because if he's one warning away from a penalty, I mean...
He has no warnings.
Wow.
I believe.
That's huge. That is huge, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him. He has not picked up a warning this race. That is pretty exceptional. Could be running at this kind of... He's running a very solid pace and no warnings at Austria.
Yeah, and he went for the mediums as well, so he didn't go for the soft, which would be kind of risky. You said before they'd only last 2 laps and then
Yeah.
fall
For
off. So.
for a guy who in pre-season has struggled to keep it on the track, he is putting on a performance here in the first real race of the season.
I'm telling you, I'm taking full credit. I give him the talk.
That is yeah.
And
And they are both Ferraris are on very good tyres compared to the people around them as well.
And Kurz just picks up another time penalty under safety car conditions. That was for the final corner.
That Red Bull for me has no front end. Now I have the fin that Eversnax had earlier.
Oh,
How has he picked up a penalty on the safety car?
so if you're Icewind right now, what are you thinking? Are you thinking it's this game over and you're just trying to basically fight for that last podium position, or?
I don't know, because there is one person who is in this race, as well as Crystals, who doesn't have a penalty yet. However, he's 8 seconds off the pack, and the safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, let's have a look at him.
Wonder Tomei. Yep, he could, if he can just hang on these softs, he could pick up. Don't know where he could finish. There's so many penalties in front of him. There's going to be battling. Keeps his nose out of trouble. Stays on the track. He could be on for a podium at this rate.
And I wonder, it looks like Eversnax was able to unlap himself, I think, if I get that right.
I have no clue.
I think
Does it say he's on the lead lap? He's on the lead lap. So.
Yeah, so he's obviously stayed out there, unlapped himself, got a fresh set of tyres on, and is back in the race. He does have those time penalties, but he could potentially pick up a few points.
Gone.
He's off.
Gone.
He's off, yeah.
Tried to catch him out. It's going to be so difficult for him. Those mediums for 3 laps are going to be pretty electric in comparison to his hards.
Yeah, and what about the Ferrari boys? The Ferrari boys are
they-
obviously in VC together. They're probably going to switcheroo here. I think X Crystals is looking for a move on the inside of off Gurla, and Gurla's not going to fight that.
Eversnax is out. It looks like he's had an incident with AR gamer.
Okay. It just wasn't his day today.
No, it's one of those days you just kind of forget about it.
Yeah, look at this. X Crystals on these fresh mediums versus Icewind on slightly older hards, and we're going to see the grip advantage here. And yeah, X Crystals just has to be patient here. You get a bit, wait until DRS activates, save a bit of ERS, and should get this move done pretty easy.
They need it. They need Gerler ahead really to be the one getting past Icewind, and they need to stretch their legs pretty much because Gerler's in danger here of dropping down to P9.
Yeah, he's 6 seconds penalties. That's pretty heavy price, especially as we're in lap 35.
And Crystals has made a mistake.
Oh no, yeah, he's falling back.
He's dropped back and now he's being swamped. He just doesn't need to lose time. He doesn't need to panic now. He just needs to relax and he'll be fine. Everyone else has penalties around him. He just stay within that 3 seconds.
The problem he has is Kevin is fighting him hard for this position. Looks like X Crystals does get ahead, but Kevin squeezing down the inside, and yeah, looks like X Crystals is holding on to that P3. Yeah, that was good to see.
But Wonder Tomei is hanging on, and this battling is allowing the pack to keep up with the 3 leaders. And Wonder Tomei might be on for it'll be close for a second at this point.
Wow. That would be quite the thing. We're heading on to the last lap now as they head for the final corner to start that last lap.
Oh, Tilda's around.
Oh no, Tilda in P9 is having an issue. He's back up to speed though. Our gamer P10 for now, but let's have a look. Yeah, Ice Crystals. Wow.
Gerler is on the attack. He needs to get this move done and somehow miraculously pull a 3-second gap on quite a few people.
Yeah.
He has had he has had very strong pace today, but that's not an Icewind will probably just maybe send it on.
Yep. He's going round.
Defend that hard.
Down the inside he goes. Oh, he's going to squeeze Gerlard a little bit there, but leaves him enough room, and Icewind looks like he's going to win this race on track today. And X Crystals just needs to bring it home to pick up the win. Where Gurla ends up, I don't know. Kevin as well, looking for a good finish here today. But yeah, Wonder Tomei is tantalizingly close to taking another position from Kurtz there in the background. But yeah, up front, it's Icewind leading the way across the line. It's round one. It's Icewind on track, wins. Gurla.
Crystals.
Oh, Crystals is P1.
Crystals
Oh, yes.
takes the P1.
And Kevin.
And Wonder Tomei does
Oh,
get a
my
podium.
word.
He gets
There we
the
go.
podium. Just
There we
keeping
go.
his nose clean.
He will be absolutely thrilled with that. I think he's a reserve in this tier, I believe.
Yeah. And all he had to do was keep his nose clean today, and a bit of luck with the safety car, and boom, you're in the podium position.
Wow. I mean,
But
driver of the
the
day, strong contender, I have to say.
Well, I think Crystals were, yeah, I think both, because they got no penalties, to be fair. They're very strong contenders.
There we go. X Crystals takes the win in the first round of season 18 in tier 2. Is this a sign of things to come? Ferrari did not engage their typical shenanigans in the pit strategies. I was questioning it a little bit at certain points of the race, but there we go. X Crystals takes his top spot. Icewind claims P2, and Wonder Tomei, what a finish from him. I think he finished on track, P8, and jumps up to P3, stealing that last podium position. What a race from the guys today. I mean, very surprising in some certain regards. Danny Banani not making it to the end of the race. Eversnack's having a lot of troubles out there. And yeah, the Aston Martins look pretty good there. Say the best of the midfield probably. Kirst didn't go his way today, but there is a lot of positives to take away from this race. Kevin as well, a P4 finish and fastest lap for him. Good haul of points for the Williams team.
Yeah. I think that was a very strong showing from Ice, though, after the safety car, because he was on aging hards, and he kept the Ferraris at bay and didn't allow them to pull off into the distance, which was a danger.
Yeah,
he kept his podium.
Absolutely, and we've got a kid saying Crystal driver of the day, in my opinion. Lep saying great comms, thank you very much. As we head over to the interviews.
I wonder if Eversnacks will be voting Danny for driver of the day.
There should be like the opposite of driver of the day, like idiot of the day or something. Bad driver of the day. Let's have a look and see who we got waiting in the wings here. I'm sure there's a few people want to have a few words. I think I know who I'm going to bring in first. It's the man of the moment, the race winner, round 1, tier 2. He stepped up, he took on the challenge, and wow, you won the first race. Feta Vara, X Crystals. How does it feel?
Yeah, it was, yes, so intense. Especially in the end, like, I got massive screen freezes. So I just backed like 3 positions. But luckily I've got no penalties. But yeah, that was crazy. Like also with the tire saving, yeah, I think you remember 2-3 days ago how it was.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you were not in a good
yeah,
way. And then
yeah,
then
yeah,
this
just
version of you showed up.
no, it just this afternoon, like 2 hours before the race, I did like a full Grand Prix and I was trying to save as much as possible. So yeah, like at the start, well, starting from quali, it was just mega lap. That was I put everything I could on that lap, and then just the race was. I was a little bit surprised that basically everyone started on mediums, so I was the only one on hards. And then from now and then I was just saving the tires as much as possible, trying to extend the stint. I think I pit a lap 19, and then it was just me and Gurla on that moment with a one-stop strategy. And there was also Eversnax giving Slipstream and the rest to Gurla at that point. So I was like, okay. And then I know he gave up, and there was the safety car. and
Yeah, so
unfortunately,
I want to
yeah,
ask you,
yeah,
Crystal, about the pit stops because obviously with this game, the tire wear is a little bit different, but especially in this track. We were thinking you were going to switch on to that one-stop strategy, and I think you mentioned there you were considering it. But what made you switch on to? Well, you know, you went on to mediums. Were you going to try and make those last to the end of the race?
yeah. I was, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you were.
I
Okay.
was like, I was lap 30. I think I was about 49% tire wear.
Okay.
30 yet. So yeah, we're just saving. Like, I've got my Italian crew chief. My friend. He was
Oh
back,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he just told me like he was writing the tire wear on each lap, and he was like, I don't know if you can make it to the end with the mediums, but I thought like with the extras tire saving, also Gerla was saving the hearts,
Yeah.
and yeah, then the safety car came in, and like the strategy was, to be honest, to me overtaking Icewind and Girl as well, and then just trying to make the gap with Gerla. We got 6 second penalty, but yeah, unfortunately, I got the screen freezes, so yeah, I couldn't help with that. So yeah, I'm sorry for him.
Okay, because yeah, we noticed that on it was like the penultimate lap. You lost a bit of time. Um, it looked like you were in P2 at one point, but then dropped back to P3 and then were under attack by Kevin. I mean, you must have been very sweaty at that point, thinking that it's all slipping away from you, but you held on, you held your nerve. And I have to say as well, I asked Jamie to check and see what warnings you had, and apparently you had none. Is that the case for the whole race?
Yeah, yeah, I had a warning in the last lap. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I
impressive.
thought I was trying to be so careful. Like I think pace wise and like mentally wise, it was like I was calm and just try not make any mistake that I would have regret after the race.
I
So yeah, it was, yeah. I think probably one of my best races probably.
I just want to know where that Fede has come from.
Well,
Because the pre-season Fede to that are two
I
different
know.
people.
Yeah, yeah, I
You had
know.
solid pace. Every time I was on board with you, you were clean through the corners, not picking up a warning.
Yeah,
It was a very, very solid drive. I was gobsmacked.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you, but you just yeah. I just practice more and just try to be calm also when things weren't going on my way. I just tried, yeah, just to keep calm and keep driving.
It was a
So
solid,
yeah,
solid, solid drive.
Yeah, perfect.
yeah,
Congrats C2D on
yeah,
that one. I'm gonna bring in your teammate actually, Gerla.
yeah.
Just have we chat with him as well. Gerla, it looked like you were on for potentially a win, maybe podium today. In the end, those time penalties just really affected your race, didn't they? But you were getting a lot of DRS from Eversnacks, which kind of brought you back into the race a bit there. I mean, just tell us about how your race went and the strategy that you employed there?
Yeah, it started out pretty good. I had since the beginning I was going for the one stop, and Jamie wished me good luck, but turns out it was the best strategy by a mile. So Jamie owes me an apology. But yeah, I'm really, really angry how it turned out. That safety car at the worst possible moment, and then yeah, the Eversnack situation, like he was lapped and he was giving me DRS, but I was so confused because he's Icewind's teammate, so he's just working for me at that point. So I was thanking him, but yeah, even without the DRS, I think I was fighting for at least podium. But if there was no safety car, I could have definitely won this race. And I even found out after the race that I only have 5 warnings on my race director. So I don't even know how the game tells me I have 6 seconds of penalties if I only have 5
It's
warnings.
it's giving you like sometimes it'll double not double warning you. It'll just give you an instant 3 second on certain corners if you carry too much speed. So maybe
Right.
report that.
Yeah, I am going to, and
Yeah.
that kind of like messed up my mental state during the race. Seeing when I got the second penalty, I kind of raged a little bit, and I could have definitely won this race. So yeah, I'm a bit angry about only finishing P6.
Yeah, it's unlucky because both you and they had really solid pace, and I can't believe you were making the one-stop work because no one else has been really able to do it while driving a good pace. But somehow, the two people in the Ferrari car have managed to pull it off.
Yeah,
So
that's
my-
weird, you know, compared
my
to real
question-
life. Yeah.
My question to you is:
That's-
when are Ferrari going to come asking for you two to be their race engineers from now on? Their
Or
race
maybe,
strategists,
you know,
sorry.
drivers.
Well, I
Both?
got a phone call during the race, so maybe it's them. I don't know. I've got to
Yeah,
check.
maybe. But no, it was a really solid drive from you guys today. And
Yeah,
that
thank you.
that DRS really did help you out, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunate with the safety car. I mean, you know, that's how it goes, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Even if I hadn't gotten the DRS from Eversnacks, I think I would like Crystals would probably catch me up, and then I would just stay behind him because he was faster.
Yeah, I mean, you did that on your first stint, to be fair, on your mediums. You were keeping a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
solid pace on old mediums because you just stuck to his DRS. It was very good, very, very, very good.
Yeah, good
Just a
job.
shame about the result.
Yeah, we're run for a 1-2 there, so I guess we'll have to keep working.
Yeah, and I think you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are going to be leading the constructors. I think you guys got the most points today. So that looks good, yeah. Crystals will be leading the Drivers' Championship, but I mean, looking at the season ahead, I mean, we've got the calendar's out there. Are you guys, looking at the calendar thinking it favors you, or are you dreading certain tracks that are coming up on that calendar?
Well,
Uh,
so I'm looking. Yeah, I was looking at it, and yeah, well, China is gonna be. I don't know about China, but yeah, hopefully I will win Monza. You know, round 12, and then yeah, well, Silverstone is a great one, and yeah, Texas not the best, but yeah, it's not a bad calendar. Yeah, I don't know why you brought Spain, but yeah,
That's Jamie.
that's
Blame him. Blame him for the bad tracks.
yeah, he did.
What? What?
Yeah, it was him.
Spain?
Yeah.
Spain? You're saying
Hopefully-
Spain's a bad track?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't think anyone likes it.
I do.
Yeah, it made my choice. Okay, that's.
But
That's
do you like
cool.
Monaco?
Well, with the understeer, there is on this game, like when you're close to a car behind, I think we're gonna see probably one guy is gonna finish the race. Like the understeer is real crazy.
Yeah,
It is.
it's brutal.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting season. I mean, looking at that lineup going into this race, it kind of surprised me how it all played out. Of course, we had some drivers missing today, but it's going to be a very interesting season, and I think you guys, in particular, very strong team in Ferrari. You've got Eversnacks and Icewind as well, and the Kickstarter looking pretty feisty. John Wick wasn't here today. Danny Banani was just nowhere for some reason. But yeah, I'm very much looking to see how this season shapes up. But good job to both you guys. Gerda didn't quite go your way, but Feta, perfect race from you, and grazie tutti on the win.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
See
and,
you next week.
Yeah, we will speak to you soon,
Bye-bye.
I'm sure. And we're going to bring in Icewind quickly because there's a lot of guys waiting patiently in the wings. But Icewind, want to speak to you because on track you won, but in the final results you're P2 with that penalty. Lots of positives to take away from today. What was your kind of overall thinking of the race? You happy with that one?
Yeah, P2 is fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. Feels like I still have a long way to understand the setups in this game because I don't know. Like, I did a few practice races, not like as many as some of the other guys because I just simply didn't have time for that. But like every single one that I did, I was always gaining fuel. And today, I think I put like 0.2 over or something at the start, and I was just losing fuel. So that like the entire second stint, I had to keep like lifting and coasting, and that kind of because I also like I did another conscious decision for today to do a two stop instead of a one stop, and just just throw tire management out of the window and just push.
Yeah.
But then of course that didn't really help because the fuel thing was kind of weird, and I was running the same setup as I was in those practice, so I just don't really get why it was just draining today. But yeah, I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened against the Ferraris, who I think were on a one stopper there toward the end of the race. But then we got that safety car, which I was not in a great position because I was on those hards, and I didn't really have anything else to go on than like quali softs, and softs are just absolutely terrible on this track. They I think they're dead in 2 laps or something in a race trim. So I just made the decision to stay out and try to defend like a lion as much as I can. And I did manage to like play the dirty air to my effect pretty well, I think, and defended from Gerla in the final lap, kept P1 on track. But then I had that kind of really dumb penalty, to be honest. If you see where I got it, like I had DRS from a lapped car, I think, just after my pit stop, and I was like trying to push to take advantage of that DRS, and then I outbraked myself a little bit into turn 3, went like very slightly on the curb and got a penalty for that, and I was like, come on, what am I doing? But like P2, I think even if we didn't have that safety car, I might have been like P2 maximum anyway, so pretty happy with that, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the season as well. I mean, it was kind of surprising how today turned out. We did have a few drivers not show up today, but like the likes of Danny Benani was
yeah.
nowhere. Eversnack's obviously having issues. Various drivers like Johnny Disco, we expect to be very fast. Finished P13 in the end. Yeah, like I mean, you must be looking forward to the rest of the season then. Based on today's performance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be some really, let's say, traditionally very bad tracks for me upcoming in the next 4 rounds, basically. But I'll see what I can do. How much practice time will I have for those tracks? And just do what I can. It's gonna be a tough race against the Ferrari boys for sure. I think, and yeah, I was really expecting Danny Benani to be up there today, but I don't know. He must have had some technical issues or something, because he was like super fast in TT, at least on this track. So like I think like 3-4 tenths faster than me. So that was very surprising to see that he had all those issues. But yeah, I guess that can also happen. So part of the racing.
It wasn't just the Ferrari boys you were racing. Your teammate was DRSing.
Yeah, I did tell him that at some point, that you're actually doing me a really bad favor here, but
Yeah.
and then he just dropped behind Gerla after that. But yeah, it would have been. I would have liked to see like the race without a safety car, because it would have been like the 2 different strategies. Of course, I also really hope that I wouldn't have done that, or should have taken that like plus 0.5 fuel or something instead of because I was thinking like, do I take 0.5 or even, and then I went like, I'll take 0.2, and it still for some reason was like too little today.
Yeah, it was interesting. I had a similar issue yesterday as well, where my practice fuel was different to the race, so I don't know what's going on. Did you get caught up with traffic at all after your pit stop? Because quite a few people did.
No, I was like, I thought that's why I thought I did such a good job with my because I undercut the guys, got like a bit of a gap behind me, and then also managed to just about hold that gap as well. So I thought I did a really good job, and that's why I was a bit annoyed about that safety car. But let's say in retrospect, if the Ferrari boys were actually going to do that one stop, it actually wasn't too bad for me in the end. So because I could have been like P3 also if they would have been able to pull off that one stopper.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see the end though, as their tyres hit that cliff and yours are still fine. But you know, the safety cars are safety cars, aren't they? You know.
Yeah, and like the next round, China is a complete unknown to me. I don't think I've done a single lap there in this game, so yeah, traditionally very difficult track for me. I think for most guys, it's not really a driver favorite, but we'll see what we can do, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
Aye.
season, but those points today will definitely bode you well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting season. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it plays out. I'm going to move on to the next guy. We've got a few in
Right.
the wings, but appreciate you talking to us today in the comms booth.
Yep. Thanks, guys, and I guess you got the stream started finally. So we've had a few too many issues with that at the first two races, but yeah, hopefully we can get that going for the next weeks also.
Yeah.
Hopefully so.
Okay. Well,
Right. Thanks, boys.
speak to you soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
GG's, man.
And we're going to bring in what probably is going to be the driver of the day. It would definitely get my recommendation for that. It's Wonder Tommy. I mean, you were we didn't really see you much on the or on our broadcast, but you brought it home. I think you finished P8 on track, jumping up to P3. Tell us about the feeling crossing the line.
Well, first of all, good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, I finished P9 or P8. I'm not so sure about that. And yeah, I just jumped up to P3 after the checkered flag, and I screamed up a little bit. Even my girlfriend was already sleeping by watching my stream, and she was like, "What's going on?"
Love it.
So I try to keep my excitement inside. But yeah, finishing P3 is pretty surreal, especially in the package like this.
Yeah, obviously the fact that you had no penalties and the late safety car really, swayed things in your favor. But I mean, was that like, were you conscious of trying to get no penalties for that very reason, or were you just pushing and you just were good essentially?
Well, I was around or surrounded by Eversnacks and Rgamer and Danny Banani. Danny had two front wing damages during the race and multiple penalties. Rgamer had, and so does Eversnacks, had the multiple penalties until lap 9 or something, like 10 plus seconds. I was like, okay, there is only one thing I should do. I was around P10 or P9, I guess. That if I want to score points, I have to avoid any kind of penalties. And when I was fighting with Rgamer, I guess, I received two warnings in the same lap, and I was like, oh hell no! It was like lap 9.
Oh dear.
So I had to survive everything and not to fight too much. And I was waiting for the opportunity to come in, and I managed to lap 16 laps on the hards. It was like 60%. So does my first medium, which was like 11 laps. And when the safety car came out, I was like, okay, I have to pit for softs and try to make sure that I don't get any penalties. The guys ahead of me were fighting so much, and I saw some front wing parts as well. And I was like, no, I just have to keep waiting and use all my ERS on the straights and keep believing I could have like P6 or P7. And the P3 sign just popped up like a tunnel.
Yeah, that must have been a good feeling. Yeah, and you took a break from racing for a while, but you come back, you get P3 in Tier 2. That's nothing to be scoffed at. I mean, I'm looking at the final standings as well. Like, I mean, you were 2/10 ahead of P4
Yeah.
on those penalties, so it was very close. But yeah, you just did what you needed to do in those final laps there. Just kept tidy and kept out of trouble, and avoided the penalties that everybody else seemed to be picking up, like they were sweeties in a candy shop. But yeah, we're going to put up driver of the day. It's usually we nominate free drivers, but I think you're definitely a contender for that driver of the day accolade today. Are we going to see you back in tier 2 in future? Because we were looking at you in the feeder series, but we're thinking maybe you're placed better in tier 2.
Well, I had some discussion with Snacks and Rgamer as well, but the pace is my pace is more similar to the front part of TS3, but I can't attend on Fridays, so unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity to race in TS3. Well, on the quali, I didn't have the pace for tier 2, as I felt I had like 1.5 seconds gap to the leader, I guess, or something similar. But on the race, I was able to fight for some points, so I guess maybe the race pace is still there. I took the break because the last game wasn't really fitting into my driving style. This is maybe the most diplomatic way to say it out. So this was a must miss scenario, but I'm back and I'm motivated than ever.
That's great to hear. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see is in one of the tiers. Hopefully with a full-time seat and plenty more podiums, I'm sure, based on that performance. But yeah, we will move on. I wonder, Tommy, great result today. We will see you on track again soon, I'm sure. But enjoy
Sure.
that podium, and yeah, go apologize to the partner, and if you woke her up with that scream at the end. I've done that myself, yeah. But yeah, good job there today. I just yoinked him out. Sorry. Moving on quickly. We've got 2 left to interview. I'm going to bring in Snacks. Didn't go your way today, Snacks. I mean, you did play a key part in the race for other drivers, though, especially Gerla, who was loving the DRS you were giving him every lap, and I don't think Icewind was too happy about it. I mean, what was going on there? Oh.
Yeah, honestly, we were pretty sure that Gola had to pit pretty soon. So I wasn't too worried about giving him DRS, but he just did not pit and did not pit. So at some point, yeah, we decided I'm gonna let him pass and just stay behind him after that. But I don't think it mattered much anyway with the safety car at the end.
Yeah, tough race for you. I mean, just tell us about it out there. Obviously, you were heading into this one with some anxiety, but it did play out that way. It seems like it. What was the main issue today?
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, there was the worry that I just, kind of continue going like it did last season, and that is how it turned out today as well. I don't know. It felt kind of. I had quite some confidence. Maybe not in the car itself, but pace wise, I thought I could be up there, and I mean in qualifying, I kind of was. I was quite happy with that qualifying. With tier 2 being very very fast now. But yeah, then in the race, just had an incident there with Danny Banani, had some wing damage from that, and just from there going downhill, was a bit hard to concentrate at the end as well. Just driving around at the back by yourself. Then our gamer and me drove into each other twice. It's just one of those races.
It was one of those.
I feel like I didn't have enough time to practice this track. Just the pure pace, I think I was there, but I didn't have the confidence in the car, and I think that's what I need if I really want to have a chance.
You definitely had the pace. Just some of the incidents. I mean, the first one with Danny, not your fault. The second one with Danny, not your fault. Everyone has those races, man. It was brutal to watch because you had pace today, and unfortunately, things out of your control have gone against you. So,
I think my hope at this point has to be that it is just one of those races, and that it doesn't stay like this like last season. That's my big hope, and I do still think that I have quite some potential to be fighting for points and potentially even a podium here or there as well. So
I think the race win as well. I think the race wins are in there.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Bit of luck rather than the total opposite of whatever you had today, because that was some brutal stuff I saw. So
yeah, I don't know. I need my luck to come back. I used to be quite lucky for a while, and then my luck went away. Last season I wasn't actually that slow either, I feel, but I did just keep driving into people who were sideways on the track and all that kind of stuff. I think once the bad luck clears away, then I still have I have the pace to fight, and I'll have to see if I have enough time to practice without driving without the TC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
unlucky today, man.
Yeah, very unlucky. So your season starts next week. We'll forget about this one, Snacks. But yeah, we know that you have the pace. It's just unlocking the potential, and if you Jammy is the setup guy, so I'm sure he can whip up a nice setup for you race-winning setup for you for China. Hopefully, no pressure. But Snacks, we're going to move on to the final interviewee. So thanks for joining us in the comms booth, and we will see you next
Great.
week.
Yeah, thank you. Watch out for me in China.
Oh,
We will.
ominous threat there to the the rest of the grid. Finally, last but not least, it's Cursed, aka Malos. Didn't go your way today. I mean, it wasn't an utter disaster. You did pick up P8, which is 4 points on the table. But it was looking very good for you at the start of the race. Just tell us what happened then. We saw that incident into turn 2. Seemed to set off, a chain of unfortunate events. How was it from your POV?
Yeah, pretty much. I think, as you said, from that turn two, it kind of went downhill a little bit. Start was good though. I was pretty happy with that. I jumped off in the P2, got Icewind at some point, was leading for a bit, so it was looking good. I think I just underestimated how early Gerla was going to break, or maybe it broke myself because of the DRS and some dirty air. And so I tried to avoid him because I was going to crash into him and spun myself out in the process. So I would say it was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting race, so we were expecting a lot, going into this. When you look at the lineup, I know you've been out of the way of things for a while, but you've come back and hit the ground running, especially in quali there. But yeah, the race just didn't go your way. But I mean, looking at the season overall, you must be quite hopeful about your prospects in this tier. I mean, seems like tier 2 is a good fit for you. And yeah, I think you have the potential to win a few races here, if not fight for the title. Is that your mindset, or are you just going one race at a time?
Yeah, I think I came into this kind of hoping that I could win the championship, but obviously not a amazing start. I mean, honestly, even if I just managed to avoid getting that warning under safety car, I could have been on the podium today.
What happened under the safety car with you in the Astons?
Do you know what? I was in the moment under the impression that the Delta disappeared and we were now to catch up the safety car. So I sped up fully because it was a straight line, obviously, under the start-finish straight. And when I realized the Delta was still, in fact, in place, I was in the back of an Aston Martin.
Fair.
Oh, well.
So that was rather unfortunate.
Because
No.
that safety car came out and you didn't have a penalty at the time, so you were
No.
in an extremely strong
I was
position.
yeah. I don't know, because I was kind of debating not box after the starts, because I wasn't gonna box because I only had used sets of softs, so I thought it wasn't worth it. But yeah, I could have been. I think it could have been a pretty good result anyway if I didn't troll. And I'm really mad because I blame Ocean Chief because he was trolling me about the safety car bad luck about like a week ago.
Oh,
So-
yeah, damn.
I think all things considered, it was Ocean's fault.
Yeah, blame me for this one. But listen, it's a long season. It is a long season. We're heading to China next week. Chance to kind of reset. But like I say, you have the potential for race wins, if not contending for the title. But that would be my advice: is just each race one at a time. Put this one behind you. You did pick up points today, so there is some positives there. And yeah, who knows what transpires over the season? A lot of fast guys here. It's gonna be interesting. See how it plays out. But yeah, I would just put this one behind you and move on to the next one, as they say. Try to get those points consistently.
Yeah, race is over. No point crying about it now. Me and Bailey had a laugh, and
Yeah,
well,
just blame me and then be done with it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's two
Well, Ocean-
bottle jobs from you two in 2 days.
well, it will just bound to happen. We just knew it was gonna happen.
Okay. Well, it's great to see you back on track, Chris. It really is. You were here
A pleasure to be back, man.
near the start of the league's inception. But yeah, I think from what I'm saying, yeah, you're showing a bit more maturity, experience on track. You obviously been racing other series and stuff, so that will translate over. So we will see how you get on for the remaining 14 rounds. But for now, we appreciate you joining us in the commentators booth, and we'll speak to you soon, I'm sure.
Pleasure as always, gentlemen.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, Jamie, my dogs are telling me it's dinner time. So we're gonna have to wrap this one up. But before we get to that, I want to just touch on the driver of the day. We need 3 nominations, and I think we've got one locked in already. It would be Wonder Tomy. Who else do you
Yep.
think?
Well, Crystals is also a strong contender. And then The third one's difficult. I mean, Icewind was exceptionally strong most of the race. The Aston's put in a good showing. I'd probably, but yeah, I'd probably go Icewind as well as part of the three.
Okay, so pretty much P1, P2, and P3 then.
Yeah, pretty much actually.
Yeah, let's just go with that for the season. That'll be so much easier. Yeah, so the drivers will get to vote on that, and that will be announced in a few days' time then. So GD to all involved. But yeah, I have to say, like I always say it, but yeah, especially in the first round, you find out what's what. You could look at a lineup all day and think, you know, predict how it's going to play out, but oftentimes, and today we saw it, yeah, it's a different thing whenever we actually get to a race session. So, yeah, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Tier 3 is tomorrow. We did have the feeder series running today as well, but no broadcast for that just yet. But I'm very interested to see how they get on. But yeah, Tier 3 tomorrow will round out the week of racing in SLR. And yeah, there's a few OGs I hear in Tier 3. Similar lineup to last season's Tier 3 actually. Yeah, we will look to see how they get on. Usually those guys are very clean and very respectable on track. It's usually quite fun to watch. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow at 2000 CEST. Jamie, all that remains is me to thank you for joining us in the comms booth. And
Thank you for having me.
yeah, we'll wrap it up there for now. Thanks everyone for watching, and good night everybody.